This is the fourth and final video of this AWS CloudSearch series. In the first video, we have used AWS console or the UI to configure a domain, ingest the data, and then did some basic search operations. Okay, and from the second video, we are using Python SDK. We have configured the domain in the second video, and in the previous video we have ingested the data. In this final video we do some search operations. Okay, all right. Some standard Python libraries, and then Boto 3 CloudSearch client, and our domain name is test, okay, which already has these 5000 IMDb movies data ingested. And then we'll use describe domain to get the document endpoint as well as the search endpoint. We are not going to use document endpoint, but I'm just showing you the standard code I have. And then we are prepending this https:// to get the endpoint URL. So we have the search client. Okay, so basically we used a CloudSearch client to get the search endpoint, and then we have instantiated the search client. Okay, and then here we have written a simple function to parse the response and return the results in the form of a data frame. So for example, when we call the search function like this, we'll get a response, right? Then we are going to call this parse response function, which will parse the results and return a data frame so that it's easier to see what's in the data frame rather than this list of multiple dictionaries. So it's very simple. We get the response, and then here we are initializing an empty data frame, and the response, it's a dictionary with lots of nested dictionaries, and at this path hits and hit, we will have the number of hits, meaning how many documents satisfy our search criteria. Okay, so first we are printing the number of the results returned. Now in case if nothing has been returned, the number of hits is 0, we are simply returning the empty data frame. Now otherwise, let's say we found some n hits. Here what we are doing is, from the hits we are taking the dictionary or the row. Okay, we are taking the dictionary, and then we are appending that row/dictionary to this data frame. Okay, so using this pandas concat function. All right, and finally here, so when CloudSearch return the results, each attribute is returned as a list, even if it is a int, string, or double, etc. It still return everything as a list. Okay, so here we are just removing those left and right square brackets. Okay, so we are not changing the data here. All we are doing is simply removing the left and right square brackets. Okay, all right, and then we are returning the data frame. Okay, so as we saw in one of the earlier videos, we have 4 search engines, right? The simple, the structured, Lucene, and Dismax. The simple search engine, it mainly work with the text and text array columns. It's like very simple keyword searches, right? We can either search for phrases, these individual terms, or prefixes. So now let's do some queries to see how it works. Okay, so first we are searching for this keyword, the Hunger Games. Okay, to do the search, simply call the search function using the CloudSearch search client. Okay, we supply the query, and then we'll provide the query parser. By default it's simple, and then by default it return 10 documents. But if you want to increase, we can increase the size, but also there is a limit. If we reach the limit, we would have to use paginators to retrieve the data in incremental mode. Okay. Here we just asking for 100 records. So we get the response, and then we are calling the function parse response that would return a data frame, and then we are printing the top 5 records. So this parse response function, it also returns prints the number of hits which we saw here. Okay. All right. So if you search for this Hunger Games using the simple search, and remember, we are not specifying any specific field. So this keyword hunger search, it searched in all the 11 fields we have. Okay. Uh, uh, all right. So, well, probably it's smarter than that. If it knows this is a string, so it won't be searching in the release date, the integer doubles. It probably be searching in text and text array columns. Okay, which we have the actors, directors, the plot, and the title, and also the URL. So probably in these 5 columns, it is searching for the keyword Hunger Games. Okay, so it has returned these four results. Now, if you look at the title column, all 4 titles have these Hunger Games. Okay, so these are the 4 Hunger Game movies which are released in 4 consecutive years from 2012 up to 2015. So this data, I think it is until 2018 only. These 5,000 movie records are until 2018 only. So we might have a recent Hunger Game movie which is not included in the original data set itself. Okay, in the 5,000 records we have ingested in the previous video. All right, so that's a simple query. Now, if we want to search for multiple words, we can use this OR operation. Okay, and it's exactly the same query we are running, but this time it has returned as 36 results. Okay, so again, the words Hunger Games or the transformers, they might be in any of the 5 fields like directors, the plot, titles, etc. But most likely they will be in the title as well as the plot. Now, if we want to search within a particular field, here we can provide these query options. So until now we have not provided any query options, right? We only provided the query, the search engine or the query parser and the size. But here we have this additional argument, which is this query options. Now using this, we can do lots of things. I mean, a lot of functionality to the search engine comes from these query options. Here we can define specific fields to search within, the sort and the facets to filter the data, etc. Okay, so much of the functionality comes from the query options. So here what we are doing is we are still searching for one of these keywords, or maybe they can be, both of them can be there, but it's a OR operation, not AND. But we are searching only within the title. As you can see here, this time we have only 9 results as opposed to 36 results. So what this means is these keywords, most of them appeared in the plot. Because we have not included plot in the search, we have a few records. So if you look at the titles, the title, so as you can see, we have Hunger Games and Transformers, right? Transformers, right? Yeah. So we have 9 movies with either Hunger Game or Transformer keywords in their title. Now, similar to OR, we can do AND operation as well. Again, we are searching within only the title, but this time it has returned 0 results. So this means we do not have any movie with title which contain both the Hunger Games and Transformers as its keywords. Okay, that makes sense. And then if we want to search within the ID field, we have to add this underscore at the beginning. Now remember, there are two IDs in this data. One, we have a normal movie ID. I think we have ID. Okay, so this data, I have multiple versions of this data set. One of the version has ID. Let me show you. Yeah, so we are working with the test data set. Now, if we look at the indexing options, as you can see here, we do not have ID here. Okay, we have only 11 attributes. Okay, we have only 11 attributes. I go back to test. So as you can see, we have 11 attributes and 5,000 records. But I think it's two. Maybe let me see which one I loaded. So I have another one called this CS demo 1. If I go to CS demo 1, I still have 5,000 and only 11 attributes. May not be this one. Let me see, 12. So as you can see here, 12. So in one of the domains, I have the ID explicitly as an attribute. But in the test one, we have the metadata ID, which is the document ID, but not the ID as a field. Okay. So go back to search. So we don't have ID in the fields, but we still have the ID, which is a document ID. Okay. So here what we are doing is, if we want to search using the document ID, we need to have this underscore to differentiate if it's a user defined field or if it's this mandatory system field. Okay. Now here we are using this star, which means we want this to be our prefix, and after these 6 or 5 letters, it can have anything. Okay. So don't think we can see ID here, but all these 7 documents, they have this prefix. Let me do one thing. So here we are doing a simple search on ID. So let me go to the CloudSearch. Let's go to test and run a simple test. So let's do this search. Options. So document, run a simple test. What's happening? Simple test T double star 2. Is it the right one? So yes, we okay, ID. I see. So run test search. Right, options. So here we are searching within the document ID. Okay. So as you can see here, it has returned these 7 results, which is what we got. And if you look at the IDs of these documents, as you can see, they have TT 222 and then followed by something. Okay. So in all these documents, we have TT 222. Okay. This is the 7th document. So we can do prefix search as well. Now this need not be in this document ID. In any of the 11, 12 fields we have, we can do this prefix search also. And go back to search. And then here we still have used the simple search. But Lucene search engine, it has some additional functionality. What we do is, so here, if you see, we have the star in the middle. So this means we are combining both prefix and postfix. Okay. So let me take this query again. It has returned 2 results. Let me run here. Now the simple search, it won't return anything because each search engine has its own limitations. Now if we do the search with Lucene, as you can see, it has returned 2 results. So we have this as the prefix and we have this 9 as the postfix or at the end. Okay. So anything can be in the middle, and this can be any number of characters. But if we are searching for a specific number of characters, for example, if I do this, This means there should be only one character, which can be anything, right? Not more than one character. So this will return 0 results. Whereas if I add one more, I think it is missing 3 characters. So this time it should return the same 2 results. Okay. So as you can see, we have 3 characters missing, 949 in this document ID and 651 in the second one. So we have more flexible any number of characters missing, so that we can combine the prefix and postfix, or we can have the fixed number of characters missing. Okay, so here we have 0 hits. All right, and then let's do some queries using the structured, which is probably we use most of the time because it allows us to combine some logical operators, right? And, or, not, etc. All right. So if we want to search again, the structured query also, we can use it as simple query with only one field. It need not be this compound queries. Okay. So we can either query it as year colon 26, or we can say the field is year and the value is 2016. Okay. So it returned as these 3 results. And if you look at the year, so we have 3 movies with are released in the year 2016. Okay. So this time our query parser is structured. Okay. And then now if you want to have some range, I mean greater than, less than, etc., what we do is we use this range operator or the keyword. So the range, again, field is equal to year. And then here we have from 2016, 2016 is included. So if we use the square bracket, which means it's included, and we have not provided the upper bound. So the upper bound can be anything. So this means all the movies which are released in and after 2016. Okay. So the query syntax and everything is the same. In all these queries, we are only changing the query, but the rest is exactly the same. So this has returned 5 results. We have in hits 5. So as you can see, we have 3 movies in 2016, 1 movie in 2017, and 1 in 2018. Now, if you want to define an upper limit as well, instead of this unbounded one, we can still do that. So here we are using the square brackets, which means 2016 and 2017 included. So all the movies in between. Okay. So this time we have 4 results because that one movie from 2018 got excluded. Okay. And then we can search for dates and times as well. So the date, it will be in this UTC format where, as you can see, the format is here. Okay. So for example, this represents the 25th of December 2001, and here the time is just the beginning of the day, all zeros. Okay. Or so this is the release date, and we have seen before it can be this simple format, or we can say the term, our field is equal to release date and the value is this. Okay. So we have 1 hit. And then coming to the compound queries, here we can have and, or, not operators. So let's say we are searching for title star and with actors, one of the actors Nick. Remember, actors is a text array, whereas title is a simple text. Okay. So yeah, we just combine these using the and operator. Now again, structured query. So it has returned only 1 result. Now if we look at the title, we have this one. So it's Bucky Larson, Born to be a Star. That's the movie title. And then if you look at the actors, here we have Nick. Okay. So we are searching for keyword from 2 different fields. Now we can change this to search from multiple fields as well. Okay. All right. And then the not operator. So here we are searching for again the star. Now this star can be in any field, not only in the title field. The star can be anywhere, including the plot, for example. But we are excluding the actor, this Zarosi Quinto. Okay. Obviously, we have multiple records hitting this, because the word search, as we saw previously, sorry, the star, it has some 37 or some records. I think it's at the very beginning. Let me go here. Hunger Games. Oh, we did not search for star. Hunger Games. Year, field, release date. Yeah, I think here we search for both, not for just one title star. I think we did search for star somewhere here. Let me find out. Here, this is prefix. No, we did not. Let us do now. No harm. Yeah, okay. So let's do this. Let's do this search. Title star. Okay, let's do this. Okay, so insert cell above, doesn't matter. So we don't want AND operator, and we are searching for, I hope it works. Let's see. We are not providing the field, but does it work? Star. Okay. That's not the right way to query. Syntax error. What we do is, let's do title star. That means we'll have only the title. And star. Okay, let's go back here. So we are searching for just a star. Not Lucene. Okay, not this field. We are searching for star anywhere. This has done 85 results. But if you want to do this using structured search, it's not. So for the structured one, we have to provide the variable, the field name. All right. So here we are combining this and not operators. So we are searching for or anywhere, but the actor should not be Zaros Jachari Quintino. Sorry if I misspelled that, but when we did for star, we have some 85 results, right? Because we are excluding this actor, we have only 10 records. Okay. All right. And then obviously we can do much more complex queries. For example, here we are combining and not a couple of and also the range fields, etc. So let's see what we are doing here. So here we are looking for Star Wars title. We are looking for Star Wars title and the movies which are released until 2000 only, until 2000, not excluding 2000. Okay. Because this is this curly bracket. Okay. And then we are negotiating that with not, which means we are looking for titles Star Wars released and after 2000. Okay. So we have 3 hits. So if you see the phrase title, here we have Star Wars in all these, and all the movie years are after 2000. Okay. As you can see here. Now, if we remove the not part, we probably have some Star Wars before this as well. Cell below. So you remember here we are having not, right? So sorry, deleted. Yep. If I do this, I have some extra parentheses. I find this syntaxing is uh, quite challenging. It's not user friendly. So this one matches, this one matches, this one matches. So and what we want is, we want the movies which are released before 2000, right? So what do we do is, let's do this thing. It can be anything, comma 2000, like this. When calling the search operator, syntax error. All right, so let's go back and have a look at the AND operator. Okay, so this is the AND operator. Let's frame the query in the same format. So AND field is equal to, so let's frame it AND title is star. So we want to have the title as Star Wars. We want to have the title as Star Wars. Okay, that's fine. And then we want to have the range. So maybe let's try this. Let's try year. Yeah. Okay, that matches. I doubt. Let's search. Okay, again it don't like. So when calling the search operation, an unbound lower bound cannot be included in the range. Okay, the values for the lower bound are specify open. Okay, I understand what it means. So if we are specifying the square bracket, which means we have a specific lower bound in mind. For example, I can specify this 1900, let's say. It should work this time. Yeah, it has worked. Okay, so it has returned 4 results. So we have the year 1977, 99, 1998, 1983. Okay, and our upper bound is 2000. Now in case if we don't have a specific lower bound, what we need to do is, we need to provide this unbound curly bracket. So this time also we should get 4 results. Yeah, so we got 4 results. Okay, yeah, so as I mentioned, this querying syntax, I find it a bit tricky to remember as well. But we start with some examples and we modify it rather than writing the queries from scratch. Okay, and finally we have 2 more examples, a bit complex again. So here we have AND operator. We are looking for title star. So we want the keyword star in the title. And our second condition, here we have, okay, we have 3. Okay, what does it mean? AND not, yeah, we have 3 conditions on AND. So the first one is the title should be star, and the second condition, we have OR operator. So either the actors must be this Harrison Ford or William Shatner. Okay, and then the third AND condition, the actor must not be Zarosi Quintino. Okay, so when we run the query, we got these 10 results. Now let's see if these criteria are satisfied. So obviously the title will satisfy. We should have star in all the titles. Yeah, we have the title star. And then in the actors, we should either have Harrison or William Shatner. So here we have Harrison, William Shatner, William Shatner, William Shatner, and Harrison. Okay, here we are printing only 5 documents, but it has returned 10 results. Okay, so I mean, pretty sure the other 5 documents also satisfy both the criteria. And then we should not have Zaranchi Quintino. Yeah, so none of the records have this Jachari Quinto. Sorry for mispronouncing. All right, and then the final query. Again, we are combining multiple fields with these logical operators. So here we have and yeah, we again have three conditions on AND operator, and the third one this time from multiple fields. So the genre should not be sci-fi. Okay, the genre should not be sci-fi. And what do we have here? Here, I forgot to mention we have this boost operator. I'll explain. So the title should contain the star, and the plot should contain star. Okay, so here if you see, we are searching for star in both the fields, which is in this plot as well as the title. Okay, so the plot is the story of the movie and the title is name of the movie, and we are searching for the same keyword star. But some movies which, let's say we are looking for Star Wars, some movies which are not about Star Wars but they may still have the star in their plots, right? So using this boost, we can add the weightage. So what we are saying is, hey, finding the word star in title is twice important than finding the same word star in plot. Even though I want the star in plot as well, but finding the same word star in title is twice as important. So this will help us in doing some weighted search. Okay, so by using this keyword boost, sorry. All right, so this time also we got this 10 results. I mean, I'll upload all these three notebooks related to the previous the current and the previous two videos to my GitHub. The link is provided in the description. You can download the notebooks and run and modify the queries, etc. Okay. Again, as I mentioned, I find the syntax to be a little trickier and not easy to remember. But if you are using it more regularly, we probably can remember the syntax easily. That's it for this video and the series. If you have any questions or if anything is not clear, please ask in the comment section. I will definitely answer all your questions. And also check out the code in the GitHub. Thank you very much.